and welcome to worship. This morning, the LAF and BC kids will be presenting worship for you. As we get started, I would like to invite the ushers to distribute the friendship pads. Please sign them and pass them to your neighbors. Before we begin, I have a couple of announcements. First, the Christmas Eve service will be on Saturday at 7:30 p.m. And the Christmas Day service will be at our regular time at 10:30 on Sunday morning. Pastor Jean is encouraging that you wear your PJs or comfortable clothes. She says she will be wearing her Christmas pajamas. Also, there will be no LAF or BC for a little while until mid-January. As you know, we are a praying congregation, and you will find our prayer list in the bulletin. I would like to add the following joys and concerns. The family of Lynn Lawrenson, family of Susan Jones, Kevin O'Keeley, who slipped on the ice and has a skull fracture, Aaron Peterson, the USD basketball coach, who is still in the hospital, the people of Peru and the terrified tourists who are having difficulty leaving the country due to riots, and other people who struggle during this time of year. Are there any other joys and concerns you would like to add? If not, then I invite you to stand and greet each other, however you are able, with a smile, wave, bow, or a hug. Let time stand still for a moment as we fall under the spell of a story, a sacred story. Please join me in the call to worship.
Come away, come today to Bethlehem. Come away from the frantic pace, come to this place of quiet and peace. Come away, come today to Bethlehem.
Please stand if you are able, and let us sing, "It Came Upon a Midnight Clear."
I would like to invite Jack Johnson to come forward to light the Advent wreath.
Now is the advent of long-awaited Messiah, our bringer of hope, our Prince of Peace, our spark of joy. Today, in addition to the candles of hope, peace, and joy, we light a candle for love. No other word so adequately captures the spirit of our goal of our faith. No other word so completely describes what we know of God or of God's call to our hearts.
Places, everyone, as now we do the telling of the Christmas story. This is the story of Jesus' birth, when he came to share our life. Long, long ago, on a starry, starry night, the birth of Jesus happened in a little town called Bethlehem. Joseph and Mary had traveled there to enroll in census. That means they had to sign their names on a special list. On that starry, starry night, when they got to Bethlehem, it was time for the baby to be born, but there were no rooms for them to stay in. They finally found someone who said,
"It's the only place left."
Mary and Joseph settled into the barn with the cows and goats and kittens and mice, and there the baby Jesus was born. Mary wrapped him in a swaddling cloth. That means she wrapped him up tightly and snugly, and laid him in a manger, the trough animals eat from, because it made a warm, dry bed dry bed of hay for him.
They named the baby Jesus, which means Savior, because he would grow up to save people, to show God to them. Let's sing, O Little Town of Bethlehem, as the Holy Family arrives at the manger.
O little town of Bethlehem, how still we see you lie. Above your deep and dreamless sleep, the silent stars go by. Yet in your dark streets shines forth the everlasting light. The hopes and fears of all the years are met in you tonight.
The people in Bethlehem were sleeping, but on that starry, starry night, the shepherds out in the field were awake, watching their sheep. Suddenly, a great light shone, and the shepherds were afraid. But angels appeared and said,
Don't be afraid. We bring you good news. Today your Savior has been born. You will find him lying in a manger.
The shepherds looked at each other, amazed. And then they said,
Let's go see that baby!
and they hurried over the hills to Bethlehem, where on that starry, starry night, they knelt before the manger.
Angels we have heard on high, sweetly singing o'er the plains, and the mountains in reply echo back their joyous strains. Gloria in excelsis Shepherds by this jubilee, why your joyous strains prolong? Say what may the tidings be, which inspire your heavenly song. Gloria in excelsis Deo. Gloria in excelsis Deo.
Now on that starry, starry night, far, far away, some very wise men and women called Magi, who may have been kings or royal astrologers, were studying the skies.
They saw a bright new star rising in the east, and they believed that a new super bright star meant something extraordinary had happened, like the birth of a king. So they got on their camels and traveled a long, long way until they saw the baby Jesus and bowed their heads and gave him gifts.
I bring gold. I bring frankincense. I bring myrrh.
The first Noel, the angel did say, was to certain poor shepherds in fields as they lay, in fields where they lay keeping their sheep on a cold winter's night that was so deep. Noel, 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 born in a manger, Emmanuel.
Everyone was filled with wonder that this small baby might be God's special child who would save his people. They joined with the angels in praising God for all that they had heard and seen, just like on that starry night. As we celebrate Christmas this year, we may go away with wonder in our hearts, praising God for the gift of Jesus Christ. He showed us with what God is like and how great God's love is for us. And he taught us how to love God and each other. So we say that he's the light of the world who shows us our way. Turn to sit with your parents.
It is time for this morning's offering. Will the ushers please come forward to receive this morning's offering? And for those of you who do not have cash with you, you can turn to the back of your bulletin and donate via PayPal. Let us offer our prayer of dedication together. Let us sing together our closing hymn, Joy to the World.
Children, please return to your costume headpieces as you leave. And now, as we go from here, let us bless one another.
May the transforming acceptance of Mary and Joseph, the imagination of the shepherds, and the persistence of the wise one guide us as we seek truth. May we always move towards the divine promise, aware that God can be hidden in the fairest among us, open to the unexpected flashes of grace, and confident in the love that embraces us all. Go in peace.